The Hash It Out Show is brought to you by Barreto Home Solutions, Bayou Audio and Video, Hot Works on the North Shore, JFK Martial Arts in Mandeville and Covington, Lil Dizzy's Cafe, The Green Law Firm, personal injury attorney, Kaylin Parker of Magnolia Wealth Strategies, Moe's Pizza, Lance's AC and Heating, CC's Children Blocks, The Pierre Family in Lafayette, Louisiana, Drums Earwear.
Hands up, hands up. If you winning and you don't give a fuck about a hater, tell them move, move, move. Cause I'm winning, I'm winning, I'm winning. I'm winning, I'm winning, I'm winning. I'm winning, I'm winning, I'm winning. I'm winning, I'm winning, I'm winning.
What they do, everybody? Welcome to the Hash It Out Show. I'm your host, JB, the sports guy. We're in the building today. Yeah, we one and only VK Jones with his Scotlandville hat. What's up, VK? How you doing?
Being Southern University, but but
Yeah,
still, was
actually, like a black hat. Don't look like no blue in that hat.
nah, it's blue. It's definitely blue, bro. It's dark blue. That's one of them throwback Southern hats back in the day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Man, like, tag, share, subscribe to the Hash Out Show on all social media platforms. JB, you're very loud today. You got a lot of energy, so I like that.
I don't know
You know what I'm
how.
saying? I'm just saying this is the most loud I heard in a minute, man. So, but we appreciate y'all support. Continue to support the Hash It Out Show.
We got the one and only George Peppers. What's up, GP?
What's up, JB? What's up, VK? It is Monday night, and yeah, we're gracing your podcast world tonight with more district previews. And one of the districts, a couple of my guys at work are going to be very invested in what I have to say with the districts that we're going to preview. They were giving me a little bit of grief with a little bit of that work pressure. Talking about, you better pick me. Stay tuned. That's all I could tell them. That's all I can tell them. It's the old tease in the podcast and world of podcasting. But yeah, we are another week closer. It is scrimmage week on the prep football world. There are scrimmages galore. And then next week is Jamborees. And 2 weeks from now, remind me again, it is year 3 of the Hash It Out Show game of the week. Only this year, we're pluralizing games of the week. Stay tuned.
There you go, man. There you go. There you go. That's right. That's right. Under the lights, Jordan Taylor. I'm loud because we got football. That's right. That's right. And my boy TC. What's up, TC, baby? What's happening? Sure, let's talk about it. District champs, St. James. There it is. And that's not trying to throw shade on the other teams in the district, but I mean, if Edie White and y'all was still in the same district, then we got this conversation. Right now with y'all and Donaldsonville and I think Berwick, it's St. James district champions, and I think we all can agree that St. James will win that district.
Their only and true rivalry and game that decides the district championship is Donaldsonville. So, yep, we all agree.
My boy Hayden, my boy
Mhm.
Cheese just sent me a text. Man, I'm watching the Shaw versus West Monroe 97 championship game, and the quarterback for Shaw looks just like y'all quarterback from last year. Well, I would disagree with you, Cheese, because Derek Joseph and Mason Wilson were two totally different quarterbacks. And Derek Joseph was more of a thrower, throwing to Terrell Harris and Ronald Bellamy than Mason, who could also run the ball. But that 2017 should have won that state championship. We'll leave it at that. All right, guys, let's get to rolling. Yeah, Austin. racking up, baby. Yes, giving y'all the content y'all asked for. Yes, that's what we doing. Yes,
We
sir.
we have 11 episodes, ladies and gentlemen. 11 episodes of the practice field tours of
Oh,
the Hash It Out show.
you gotta get that. Right.
Did I get it wrong again?
Jesus.
I'm sorry, bro. It's the Hash It Out show practice field tours.
Woo! Sounds so good.
Practice field tours, and it's 1 through 11. The episodes are 1 through 11. Go to JB or Sports Guy to catch all the episodes. Yeah, we did some miles, ladies and gentlemen, and it was a team effort to get it done. I know, but at the same time, we got it done. We had to learn some things, but at the same time, we did what we got to do, hash it out, and it looks pretty good. A lot of good critically acclaimed and comments and support and everything. So go and check it out, man. Very, very good content. Very good content to get you ready for the 2025 season.
I tell you this, episode 12 would have been up today, but AT&T Internet want to act funny. All right, now
Pay
it'll be
your
up
bill.
tomorrow. I pay my bills. Pay my bills. Yeah, you kidding? But your internet be tripping on you left and right. You won't talk. You won't talk about somebody who pay your bills. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. I want to start with District 10 2A. Everybody, you got Sarah T. Reed, Coach Etheridge Foster is trying to build this program up from the bottom. He's trying to get them up and running and make them respectable, get them to the playoffs. You have Country Day. Coach Powell has taken over the Country Day, and he's even gotten some of the basketball players, like the prime star basketball players of Country Day, as in Kellen, um, Kellen Brewer, Deuce McAllister's son, and even Herm Dyson to come out and play football. You got them. You have the defending district champions, the Newman Greenies, new head coach. New head coach. So we don't know much about what they're running, if it's going to be the same offense or something different. We don't know. And then you got the defending Division 4 non-select state champions, the South Plaquemines Hurricanes. And they bring back a bunch of athletes on that team, including quarterback Rod Parker. Newman won the district. They won it over South Plaquemines 24-21. The question is, does Newman repeat as district champions, or will there be a new district champion in District 10 2A VK Jones?
Well, looking at this district here, it was a pretty interesting district last year, coming down to South Plaquemines and Newman, and this year should be a much better district more than anything else. Look at these teams down the line, and a lot of improvement from the top all the way to the bottom. Sarah Reed is a team that has some interesting and good talent returning this year for Coach Foster's team, and it could be a very much better year for Sarah T. Reed. You also look at Country Day. This is interesting. Ben Powell, who done an unbelievable job in Haynes, and now he's coming to Country Day, bringing in something new in there, and also bring. And I think it seems like his team so far early is kind of buying in what he's selling, because
Definitely.
he done brought in a couple of basketball players over, so they're gonna have some talent on that team this year. So Country Day should be very interesting. Newman with a new head coach and everything, and I think he was an assistant under Nelson Stewart for a minute. So now he's not.
He's from university. He's from university.
Oh, well. Let me rephrase that. Thank you for that one, my brother. He's an assistant from University Lab, and I mean, I tell you, that's a very good program, and I think he's going to bring a little something in there from University to keep Newman on that good track of a program that is. But that's a huge transition. This is the first time that they've went outside of the norm over at Isidore Newman after long time head coach Nelson Stewart being there, and Nelson Stewart was also an alumnus. So, and then also I know we're about to. I'm gonna talk about the defending state champs. Anybody else I did not talk about besides
Um,
South Platte?
so Country Day. Oh, we missed Cohen. My fault. I even missed Cohen. I apologize for missing Cohen. Cohen on here also trying to come up and resurrect itself into being a legitimate program. So I apologize for that.
Yeah. It's all good, man. Walter L. Cohen, trying to get their program on their feet and everything. They've been building and building more than anything else. And we'll see what they have this year if they can come out there and they can compete and everything else. It's been a long time since we heard Cohen football really trying to get it going. So we'll see what happens with them. And then the defending state champions out of Division Four non-select, the South Plaquemines Hurricanes, and they return a good bit of experience, including the running back and their quarterback as well. And they're looking to try to go back to back in the state championship, but not just that, they're hungry to try to get some payback and win the district championship.
George Peppers.
Well, 10-2A figures to be an interesting race. And the presumption is take Newman because it's the safe play, and sometimes you got to go out of the box a little bit. But let's talk about this district. Let me give you my perspective. Walter Cohen and Sarah Reed. Let's talk about them. And I don't want to do it to get them out the way, but they're the two long shots in this district, figuratively. They're both programs that are trying to get some tread on the tires and get experience and get better and compete. I don't think it's a question of competing. I just think of do they have the numerics and the wherewithal to win? Are they ready to win this district? No, not on paper, but we don't play games on paper. We play them on a football field every Friday night. So those two programs are going to do what they got to do and make the strides they got to make. Now, what does that mean in reflection of the district? It's a tough ask, really, on paper. When you look at Newman and South Plaque, those are two teams that are the presumptive favorites. With that said, let's go to Country Day and Ben Powell. Did a tremendous job at Haynes Academy. We saw their second round game against Estruma, and yes, they lost. But that took nothing away from what he did there. Country Day has a winner as a head coach, and Powell is going to do great things. Where are they in relation to the teams that are the presumptive favorites? I think they're the third wheel here on pay. Again, they're going to make some strides. Newman, let's talk about them because they've got to replace a head coach, and that's always a tough ask. I don't know how that's going to work stylishly when you talk about style of offense that they're going to run. Um, and they won this district by the skin of their teeth last year against the team that is the team that can get them, South Plaquemines. 24-21, right? That was the final score last year. Great nip and tuck battle. Newman's got a new head coach. They've got questions to answer. Now let's talk about the non-select Division 4 state champion South Plaquemines Hurricanes. Roderick Parker is a year older, and from what I've heard, I have one of my ranking officers, her cousin is Lyle Feet, and she has said, and now look, it doesn't take much to say; it's more to see. Roderick Parker has grown. He's grown. His maturation level is different. He's going to be a monster this year, and South Plaquemines has every chance to go back to back this year. They do. It sets up to be a dynamite race, at least with the two teams that are favored. If Country Day and Ben Powell get off to a fast start, maybe they have something to say. Again, Cohen and Reed respect that what they do, but again, do they have the horses to compete? No, the numbers are not there yet, but they will battle.
Okay, I hear you. I hear you. So who wins the district, VK?
Man, it's a close district indeed. With these teams and everything, it's gonna really go down to the wire more than anything else. And I can see a lot of these teams maybe make a good come up, and a lot of them might make some good playoff runs. It depends on what they do in the non-district, and we'll see what happens there. I have, and looking at it, you know, Newman, they are the team to beat, but at the same time, South Plaquemines, they return a good bit of experience and talent, and also when they battle this year, they got to go to Burris, to South Plaque this year. And that is going to be a big game. And South Plaquemines have been coming up big at home. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna go with the South Plaquemines Hurricanes to win the district in a close one. And I'm gonna be kind of a little bold prediction. I think Country Day is gonna finish second. I really think Country Day is gonna finish second. They got a good bit of talent and athletes, and you have to think Newman has a new head coach, and they lost a bunch of starters. So you got two combined right there. I tell you, Newman's still gonna be a good team, good talent, but I tell you one thing from the gate, they're gonna have to get some nicks out the bag quickly because of the fact matter is when you have a combination of new head coach, if you had a good bit of talent back, or if you have a good bit of talent back, it could help the coach, but not too much experience. Coach Vice has some work to do, but I think he's going to do a job, especially coming from university. But I like the situation Ben Powell has right now. I think Country Day is going to make a come up. I say Country Day second, Newman third.
All right. So Coach Aaron Vice, the new coach at Newman. The last 3 seasons, he was the OC at University, and before that, he was the OC at Central, Denham Springs, the Kincaid School, St. John's, Kincaid and St. John's, both that are in Houston, Texas. And the Kincaid played Shaw twice, past couple of seasons. So he's been around. So man knows his football.
Yes,
Offensive coordinator at all these places. So
he
about to
brings
find
a
out,
lot.
huh?
He brings a lot.
Yeah,
He brings a
George
lot.
Peppers. Who you got?
The question you asked before I picked the winner, has the championship window closed on Newman?
No.
Temporarily, temporarily, until Coach Bice gets his terminology and his offensive prowess in place. Newman's got questions there, and this is nothing against him. A lot of guys have to be replaced. I see where VK's going, picking them third. It sounds stretchy, but really, when you dig and dig and dig, it's not. Who do I think wins the district? Look, they were toe to toe with him last year. There's no reason with a year experience and with more starters back, Sal Plaquemines has to win. It has to be the team to beat. I think Roderick Parker, I think the rest of that group, with the experience that they have, and they remember losing by a field goal on the road last year at Lupin. Now the game is in Burris, and that home field is lit. Y'all, if y'all haven't been to a game at South Plaquemines, that is a lit intro that they have down there. Lights go out, music, all that stuff. It's one of the more underrated intros around the area. Um, but I'm picking Jared. I'm going to pick the Hurricanes of South Plaquemines. You know they're the favorite this year. You know why, right? I'm
I
just
know why you.
knowing my way to it.
I know why you
And
say
Lyle might whoop my Lyle might put them punches, but that's good. No, I'm kidding when I say that. But no, I'm picking the Hurricanes to win this district. Now the question is, Mr. Boyd, are you going to make it unanimous? Or are you going to differentiate? The floor is yours, sir.
I say we're gonna find out a lot about Newman September 4th, that Thursday when they travel to St. Charles Catholic. We'll find out a lot about them that day. Um, number two, number two, Country Day, Coach Powell. He went out and got some extra talent in those guys. Question is, can these guys put it together fast enough to help this team out? That's the question I got for Country Day. Because I think they can. I think they can. I think they all gonna play wide receiver probably, in my opinion. They all that tall. Maybe Deuce's son plays running back. I don't know because Deuce played running back. I don't know, but I can see him offensively. And man, they can get it quick like that. Them guys can be hard to stop. I mean, we talk about Herm Dyson, what 6'4"? We
Mm-hmm.
talking Kellen Brewer was 6'2.5", 6'3". Deuce son is up there. Got some height, man, and that could be something special with Coach Powell team at Country Day. South Plaquemines, you got Rod Parker, you got Josh Bartholomew. All these guys came back this year to give it another go for a state championship. And y'all asking me who will win the district. And it's tough. It's a tough one. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's a tough one. Just due to those reasons I just stated. I just stated. Now, with that being said, and I lost some things. I don't know why I lost it. There we go. I got it. That being said, we are doing the Newman versus South Plaquemines game week 10. We are streaming that game. Country Day also has to go to South Plaquemines, while South Plaquemines goes to Sarah Reed and Cohen. If the chips are not in line with you for this season to win district, then I don't know what to call it. But I will go with South Plaquemines to win the district. I think they'll get it done. The main key for South Plaquemines is staying healthy because depth is their major concern. They had about 32 players probably. And when it comes to this type of football, Division 4 select, one gets hurt, that's pretty much 3 players gone for your team. Pretty much. So they all got to stay healthy. And you know they play both sides of the ball. So they got to stay healthy. If they stay healthy, South Plaquemines is my pick to win. And I'm going to stick with that. South Plaquemines. I know a lot of y'all are saying Newman, and I think Newman is a good choice. I'm not disagreeing with that at all. But I do think that South Plaquemines is the one to get it done this season. All right. So I had it. It disappeared from me. Don't know why. Oh, there it goes. All right. So I don't know where VK went. He disappeared. He need to come on back. There he is. All right. So now we're going to go to District 10 3A. Last year, district champions in that district, the John F. Kennedy Cougars. Like how our boy Coach says it. Cougars. They are returning, but they lost a lot on offense. Only 2 starters returned for the Kennedy Cougars, and that's both of their tackles on offense. That's it. 2 starters return on offense for Kennedy. Defensively, they're loaded. It's going to be one of the best defenses in the state. De La Salle is back with a lot of players, and they want to get the district championship. Livingston Collegiate, Coach Francois team, has been a playoff team since he's been the coach. Consistent playoff team. They won first-round games. He's looking to get that district championship back to Livingston. He believes he has a team that can do it this season. Booker T. Washington, quarterfinal team last year in Division II Select. Coach Wayne Reese Jr. wants to get that district championship. Landry, Coach Nick Foster, in his second year at Landry. He wants to compete for it. He believes this year would be much better than it was last year. And then the last team on here, Sophie B. Wright, Coach Munchie Lego's team. Coach Munchie Lego, he wants to get to the playoffs this season. Main goal, but don't think he's not thinking about that district championship. He wants to get that as well. So those are your teams for District 10 3A. VK, what you got?
Well, looking at all these teams here, like Munchie Lego going in year 2, Looking to I think it's going to be some better days for them this season. I think they're going to definitely be a better team. I think the kids are really going to buy in now since they know what they're dealing with, especially under Coach Munchie. So I think it'll be much better for them. You look at um, Booker T. Washington could be a dangerous team. Could be a team that can wreck some things up this year. Then you look at Landry. Landry is looking to make a come up this year.
Yep.
They're looking to make a come up. You look at the first half, it was a struggle. Second half of the year, you've seen a lot of improvement with Landry. A whole lot of improvement.
They got so much better the second year.
They even pushed the defending district champion to the ropes. They pushed Kennedy to the ropes. So that's how improved Landry is. So I think they're going to definitely make a big time push this year. You look at Livingston, they're looking to make a big push too. That's another team that we covered them last year against Douglas and how young they were. They returned multiple starters from last year's team. That's going to make them a little bit more better. And I'm hearing a little more depth as well. So that's going to be a huge help for Livingston. And that's something Coach Francois has been preaching the last couple of years, that hopefully we can get a little more players to the roster and then we can really take us. I think they've been getting a little increase on the roster. So that's kind of big for them. Then you look at the top two teams. De La Salle returning multiple players. It was right there in the fold for the district championship, came up short against Kennedy.
Yep.
Now they're looking to get payback, and especially being this time the home team against Kennedy this year. Kennedy Cougars defending district champs, and offensively is going to be the tail. That same situation of defending one of the defending state champs. Multiple people gone on the offensive side of the ball, but defensively, they're going to be really, really good. So we'll see what happens there. But this is going to be, and I think Austin Tyler hit it on the mark. Very underrated district.
Yeah,
which is going to be a really, really good district this year. And I'm going to be like this. I wouldn't be surprised. How many is 5 teams in the district?
6.
Six. Yep.
6 teams. Don't be surprised 5 out of 6 make the playoffs this year.
But some in Division 3, some in Division 2.
Right. Don't be surprised 5 out of 6. Maybe all 6 will make it.
Majority Division 2, I think.
Yeah.
Livingston Division 2, so is Kennedy, so is Booker T. Washington. Landry might be Division 3. Might.
Yeah, but I think it'll be 5. It'll be 5, or maybe all 6 might make it out the district, especially if they do well in the 9 district and they get those power points. This is going to be a very, very tough district in the city.
All right, George Peppers.
This is one of the more underrated districts. I think anybody who says otherwise is very lack of knowledge. So let's start with my look at what the teams, the synopsis of what the teams look like. And let's go with Livingston first. And that's not because when I go first with somebody, it doesn't mean I'm picking them last or anything like that. Let's not do that. We're doing this as a whole. I think Livingston has made some tremendous strides. They've won a playoff game a couple of years in a row. Coach Francois, 2 of them in a row. Coach Francois's got a good thing going. Are they ready to take that next step into getting into Thanksgiving week? Remember, you crawl before you walk. You don't run. You don't run before you crawl. So Livingston continues to make progress, and I think that's a team that they could be lying in the weeds this year, considering the favorites, Kennedy, and the presumed favorites, Kennedy, and we'll get to them in a minute. Now to Booker T. Washington. Yes, for all of you that say, well, they were not bought the quarterfinal spot, but they were given a quarterfinal spot because of the mess with University last year. That was University that got kicked out of. That's not their fault. So that's why I'm saying, I know you're about to get in there, but that's not their fault. They played on Thanksgiving. You know what that's going to do for them this year? A lot. Playing in the 3rd week of the playoffs, and it's the best week of the year for high school coaches to play on Thanksgiving because you got no distractions. They got a taste of it. You think the Lions want to go back? Absolutely. They absolutely want to go back. Do they have the team to do it? You know what? They bring back a majority of players. So, yes, they have a chance. And again, in a district where the favorites in Kennedy are replacing everybody, even the Water Boys getting replaced this year. It's that much. But that's those three. Who am I missing? Sophie B. Wright, Muncie Lego, a guy that commands winning as a player. He commanded he was a winner as a player.
Yes.
That attitude will be transported to Sophie B. Wright. They just need to be more disciplined. They just need to be more disciplined in games and not commit the foolish penalties and the costly mistakes. If they can clean that up, they'll compete and make themselves known. Now to the two teams that a lot of prognosticators are going to put 1, 2 in some order, and I'm not picking them in that order yet. Let's talk about the defending champions, Kennedy. Everybody's getting replaced offensively, but boys, offense wins games. But what wins championships again? Defense, and that defense is going to be absolutely sensational. They're going to be the precursor of what they do. Again, this is an offense that's going to grow during the season. Coach Al Page is going to have those guys on point. They're not ready to really be the juggernaut they were the last few years because they have so much new personnel. It is a timing thing. Once they get that camaraderie and the timing down, Kennedy will be fine. However, you look at De La Salle and Coach Graham Jarrett. That team has made some come ups in tremendous style. You know, when Ryan Manali left, he didn't leave the cupboard bare. De La Salle's got some experience. They got coaching. They got the talent. They run into trouble with teams that are fast, because they're not very fast. When you look at them on tape, and we've seen them in person against Kennedy, and it looked like, I don't want to say the tortoise and the hare. It wasn't that gap, but they they've got some questions to answer. Can they take that final step and usurp Kennedy to win the district? That is going to be a storyline that the three of us will follow, because this district is a New Orleans based district, and obviously we're all based in New Orleans, and we definitely will keep an eye on this district. I think the competition in this district will be very high. I think a lot of these teams, and VK mentioned 5 of these teams might find playoff football, maybe all six in some fashion. Because I think the four that don't figure to, I don't want to say don't figure, but the four that on paper don't look like they'll knock off De La Salle Kennedy, they're going to win enough games outside of district, and they might beat each other up, and maybe the whole district finds playoff spots this year. But I feel like at the end of the day, 10-3A as a district is going to be very hyper competitive, and it's going to be a fun race to watch.
All right, VK Jones, who wins District 10-3A?
Man, I tell you, this is another tough district to break down, but we know, and to look at things more than anything else, that it's gonna probably come down to Kennedy and De La Salle once again. But don't be surprised. Livingston might be in the wings, having a chance at the district. That the key game for Livingston is the two big games against Kennedy and against De La Salle. But most importantly, can they finally get a victory against Kennedy? That's the biggest thing that Livingston has had on their back, that they have not beaten Kennedy. So can they finally get them? But I really think it's going to come down to Kennedy and De La Salle for the district, and as they meet again, and also I think we have them on the schedule as well. Um, yep, it's going to be a great ball game once again between these two. Should be close. I think De La Salle has a great chance to get payback, but I really think that Kennedy defense is really, really good, and they're that good, and I think they're gonna some way somehow make some big plays and make enough big plays to win the district championship. I got the Kennedy Cougars defending the district championship and winning another one.
Okay. George Peppers, who you got?
For a second, I thought VK was going to do it because I'm looking at Livingston and I'm like, man, if he picks him, I'm going to throw this phone against the wall because I was ready to. I'm thinking about that because they've got more numbers this year and they don't have the questions that Kennedy has to answer, that De La Salle has to answer. Livingston's a team that will continue to get better. Are they ready to take that proverbial step? I said this in the synopsis. I wanted to. Oh, I really wanted to take a shot here. And Coach Francois, I'm sure there'll be my next fan base because if I did it, that'd be Patrick Taylor part two. But at the end of the day, that Kennedy defense is just too overbearing and very, very good. It will carry them until the offense gets some energy, not energy, some camaraderie, some experience. That defense will carry them the first part of the season. And when they hit district, I think this is, and look, all much respect to the Livingston and De La Salle. De La Salle's the other team that the presumptive second choice, as they should be. And they've got a really good opportunity against Kennedy. If they could win that game, then obviously they are the team with the standard bearer with the mantra of winning district. I just can't get away, Jared. I really can't. I got to go with it. I'm going to go with the favorites and Linares South Page and the Kennedy Cougars to win this district. Are they a state championship worthy team? You know what? This is a super sleeper. Think about it. If this offense comes together early and gets good, there's no there may not be a better defense or a faster defense in the state of Louisiana. And they will absolutely be physical and they will run with you. If this offense catches up, maybe Kennedy is a super sleeper to potentially do some very big things. Maybe. But as it stands for the district, and that's our sole focus, the Cougars, once again, repeat, close. But I got Kennedy.
Austin says Livingston will finish second behind De La Salle.
That's crazy.
I'm not gonna say it's crazy. I'm not gonna say
Kennedy
it's
third?
crazy.
Kennedy third?
How can you say that's crazy when you just saying I was thinking about going with Livingston?
I was, but behind Kennedy, I could see, not behind De La Salle. Kennedy third? Austin. Holy cow, that's brave.
Well,
And then if Kennedy wins the district this year, it will be 4 straight district titles.
It will. Mm-hmm.
4 straight.
geez, I don't know, wide open. We got the favorites. They got favorites to win it. I don't know if that one's wide open. I don't know. I would say non-select is more wide open than select.
Yes. Select got some really, really good teams. It's not really that wide open, cheese. It's really not, to be honest. And the team I know that's a favorite, they're definitely a favorite. And then you got a team that might go back. You got some teams that could get there. Now on the other side, and I select, and I agree with you, JB. It's wide open. It's wide open in non-select division 2.
All right, my turn. Kennedy's 9-district schedule. Y'all ready for this? Here we go. Scotlandville, Warren Easton, St. Amant, St. Paul's, John Ehret. And that Warren Easton and John Ehret game, you can catch on the YouTube page of JB the Sports Guy. That's 2 we have with Kennedy. And we got Kennedy when they play De La Salle in week 9. So we got Kennedy 3 times. That's right, 3 times, right? Yeah. Warren Easton, week 2, John Ehret that Thursday night, and then De La Salle on a Saturday. That's right. The question is, how long will it take for Kennedy's offense to finally click? That's the question. And once they click, it's going to be hard to stop that offense. I go back to 2 years ago. It took a couple games for Amani Darrensburg, Kingston Jones, James Evans, Omarion Brown, Kenny Chelsea. It took a couple games for them to get going 2 years ago. We saw them at Terrebonne struggle a little bit on offense. In the second half, they got going. Then after that, the offense didn't look back. It was the toys with Amani Darrensburg. So And then you saw the second year what happened. So here we are, brand new offense. How long will it take for John F. Kennedy to get their offense clicking and going? That's the only question for John F. Kennedy. And if they get that going, by the time they get the district, they have to watch out. And the crazy thing is, it's going to happen. We know that the offense will click sometime during non-district play. It's going to click. And once it clicks, just watch out. But De La Salle is there. And De La Salle was in that game with Kennedy last year. We got it. We did it. We streamed that game last year. And De La Salle is going to give every team in this district a fight, without a doubt. And we speak of Livingston. Coach Francois with more players, more depth. We speak of Booker T. Washington, Landry. But if I got to pick a district champion right now, and once again, I got to say this, people, don't get mad. Don't get mad. It's just football talk. That's all. Don't get mad at us. But at the same time, if your team wins, yes, you can call us out. We don't care. Go ahead and do it. Good publicity. But anyway, with that being said, I think the district championship is going to be on St. Charles Street this year. I think De La Salle will be the team to get the district championship. But if Kennedy's offense gets to clicking and they win district, I'm not surprised. I'm not shocked. It is what it is. Coach Elfage has done a phenomenal job these years. 3 championships in a row, going for number 4, and their offense get going, it can happen. But right now, that's my holdup right now with Kennedy, because I would pick Kennedy. But the holdup is right now the offense. That's it. They gotta start clicking, and when they click, watch out, bro. We talking a team that was in the with Shaw 2 straight years that came down pretty much to a last play with them on offense, and Shaw defense stopped them. They in the game both years. So, guys, I mean, he's built a state championship team at Kennedy. I just need the offense to start and going. What you say, buddy?
To your point, I forgot to mention Landry in my preview, and I didn't pick him. But I think Nick Foster has a good thing going. I think they'll be much improved, and they will be better. Are they a district championship contender? Not yet. Remember the crawl before you walk syndrome. But it was very close with those 3 teams for me. I was, debating mine, and yeah, I got a little pressure at work because one of my sergeants his son plays for De La Salle, and he's like, "You got to pick us, you got to pick us," and I'm like, "I'm thinking about it. Leave me alone." You get that. It's called work pressure. It's not peer pressure. Maybe it is. I don't know, but I was close to picking one of these 3 teams to win it, and I would have had valid reasons to pick any of the 3. And I don't blame you going the way of the Cavaliers. And I'm probably going to hear about this Thursday when I go back. That I didn't pick De La Salle. I'm probably going to hear it because I believe my guys are watching our show tonight because I invited them to. And I invite everybody at work that works for me. There's a lot of demand from my coworkers. They're like, "When y'all going to announce the schedule for the podcasting?" I'm like, "Stay tuned. We're almost there." It's like, wait. And he's like, "When's your first one?" I said, "We'll let you know." Man, they can't wait. They want to jump in, and hey, we appreciate the support. And it's felt heartfelt from all 3 of us. It's because of what we do. We are passionate, you know, and everything else. And when we put that schedule out, y'all gonna see. And I've had a few of my coworkers say they'll go to some of the games just to hang out. I'm like, that's cool, but you can't do it during the game. I mean, because we're busy, But they want to come holler at us, holler at me, and then I'll, obviously introduce you guys and all that. But yeah, we appreciate any level of support, and we've gotten it the last 2 years, and we just continue to get and grow. Year 3, it's an explosion, boys. It's an explosion.
Yes,
So,
indeed. Oil. I can smell the grass. It's football season in the River Paris. We should tell by the way the sugar canes look. Hey, Hey, when me and VK went to Terrebonne the other day and went to Thibodeau right after, yeah, them sugar canes are kind of high, man. Yeah, but
Nothing wrong with that.
huh?
Nothing wrong with that. The smell of sugar canes are good.
Man, out there in the bayou at Terrebonne and Thibodeau. All right, we're gonna take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we can get to the last segment of our show. We're gonna go to the Baton Rouge. Who wins District 6-3A? We'll be right back, right here on the Hash It Out Show. Are you in need of a new windshield? Leo Autoglass can help. For 20 years, Leo Autoglass have been servicing the New Orleans area with windshield replacement and auto glass repair. Give them a call today, 504 301 8353.
Hey y'all, this is Jen Hale from Fox Sports. You're watching the Hash It Out Show with JB the Sports Guy, VK Jones, and George Peppis.
Did you experience storm damage from Hurricane Francine? Barretto Home Solutions can help. You can give them a call at 504 940 7552.
Green Law Firm is a full-service law firm specializing in personal injury, criminal law, successions, and family law. With over 25 years of experience, the Green Law Firm continues to provide efficient, competitive, and effective representation to clients throughout the state of Louisiana and all across the nation. Consultations are free. If you're looking for results, call the Green Law Firm at 504-328-3990. That's 504-328-3990, located at 931 Westwood Drive, Suite B in Marrero, Louisiana. The Green Law Firm.
And welcome back, folks, to the Hash It Out Show. I'm JB, the Sports Guy, with VK Jones and George Peppers. We are back. So now, let's go to Baton Rouge for the last segment of our show. Who will win District 6-3A? And before we go, Austin Tyler got De La Salle 1, Livingston 3, Kennedy 4, Landry 5, Booker T 5th, Sophie 6. That's Austin Tyler's rankings of District 10-3A. That's who he got. All right, brother. All right, not a problem. Not a problem. So, District 6-3A, okay? You have the defending district champions. And if you guys don't know who won it last year, you might be shocked. And that was Madison Prep. Madison Prep won the district last year by defeating, you know who, University. Madison Prep, returning district champions. Bringing back a lot of players, and supposedly they got this quarterback that has transferred there, who I've seen play out here on the West Bank, and he's pretty darn good. He's pretty darn good. And if he's at Madison Prep and he becomes a starter, watch out, world. That's all I'm going to say about that one. But now I'm going to jump to University. And you know they are on a mission because they believe they are supposed to be the state champions. They believe Shaw has their title. And they've been talking. Something, and not that the players, but people been talking. You saying Shaw got lucky. They got our title. They lucky we won in the playoffs. I read the comments. And so they are, yeah, D Gibb, pick a deal of sale too. There you go. I got people on my side, Austin, D Gibb. But they are hungry. They thought they were robbed. And then you got a program that ran things in Baton Rouge many, many, many years ago. And now looking like they're coming back. And that's Parkview Baptist. Parkview Baptist returned some people looking good last year, and I think they're going to be much better this year. Also in that district, you have Helix, and you have Collegiate and Port Allen. Those are the 6 teams. VK, what you got?
Well, let's we're gonna do what we can to talk about the other teams. Helix, they could make a new might make a little ways. We'll see how much progress they'll make this year. You look at oh yeah, Port Allen. We can't forget about Port Allen. Port Allen, they'll have some talent. They'll compete.
Coach
They'll
Coffee
do what they
Baptist.
can and
Thanks,
everything
Cheese.
else.
New coach.
Yep. Yeah, they do have a new coach, and also, and I'll tell you about him in a second. But we mentioned Port Allen. Who else we missing? You said Helix. Um, who
Collegiate.
was the other team?
Collegiate.
Collegiate. Yes,
Collegiate.
Collegiate. Um, hmm. I think they're going to do everything they can to compete as well. Now, Parkview Baptist. Parkview Baptist new head coach is Devin Cody, who was actually a 2007 graduate of Parkview Baptist, who returns, who has tremendous. He has tremendous, experience, all kind of experience coming back home more than anything else. He also has coached in college as well. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens, especially with a good bit of returning players coming back for Parkview Baptist as well. Parkview Baptist last couple of years, I think they have really returned to the fold of what their program used to be. So it'll be interesting to see what Parkview Baptist has. You look at Madison Prep returning a good bit themselves, and one of my big upsets I predicted last year on the Hash It Out show. I did. I'm sorry. I no. I'm no. I'm getting brag rights on this. You ain't ran on my parade on this. I'm sorry. I'm the one that predicted that.
You
Thank you very
lost
much.
the pick still. There you go with your moral
It don't
victory.
matter.
Your
It don't
moral
matter. It
victory.
don't. It
You
don't
gotta
matter.
find a way
It
to have
don't
a
matter,
moral
bro.
victory.
Don't matter, bro.
Don't
Don't matter,
matter.
bro.
You
I know how to.
lost the pick.
I know how to
Say
pick
it on the
underdogs.
phone.
I know how to pick
You
underdogs,
lost the
dog.
pick,
I know how to pick
bro.
underdogs. Don't matter to me.
Golly. You gotta find a moral victory for yourself to feel good. Beat us in the picks. You say, yeah, all you want. Third place.
All I'm gonna tell you when I get week one, bro. Don't tell me nothing. When I get week one, bro, it's about to be a new
Don't tell you nothing.
era
You better
in this
win.
pick
You
game.
better win then.
Okay, I ain't saying nothing. All I'm gonna tell you is it's gonna be a new era if I win. If I
Week
win
one.
week one.
Week one. We
All I'm
got
gonna
10
tell you
weeks. You can win week one. You can win week two. You can win week three. You can win week
is it
four.
is
But it's the total that counts. Will you win it totally?
1 week at a time, baby. That's all that matters. 1 week at a time. When they keep racking and racking, if we get to week 7, week 8, and I'm still in the league, you're done. That's all I'm
You
gonna
was done
say.
every year since week two. What you talking about? Racking them losses? Nah.
Man, whatever, man. Whatever. Whatever. We'll see. But regardless of the fact, whatever. Madison Prep, like we mentioned, very good team this year. They're looking to try to defend their district championship. And finally, and Cheese was asking about there's no top contenders in select division 2. Wrong. University is one. They're returning a whole bunch of starters. These
He thinks it's wide open. He didn't say there's no top contenders. He thinks it's wide open.
he said there's no head honcho, meaning
wide open. Wide open.
no favorites. There's no head honcho. That's meaning there's no favorites. That's what he said. That's what he means by head head honcho.
Meaning wide open. It's wide open. No head honcho. A head honcho is like saying Shaw every year. No, he's saying it's wide open. That's what it means. No head honcho. Wide open.
I don't know. I don't believe that with a team like University this year.
George, you see not getting it?
I get, dude. No, I get. I know you gotta. You gotta understand what. I understand what you're saying, but you gotta understand where I'm coming from. This man said got no favorites. There's 2 favorites in that division right now. Right now, one is University. The other is ED White. I'm telling you, that's the 2 favorites right now. But I think regardless of the fact, Division 2 select is going to be still interesting. In fact, the fact because You might have a team that might come out of nowhere to come in, they might get with an upset. You know what I'm saying? So
I
that could
got you,
happen.
Cheese.
But
Yes,
it's
Cheese, I got you, because he ain't get you, bro.
I heard what he's talking about, man. Come on, man. I'm just saying. But look, University is returning a whole bunch of starters, and them seniors are chomping at the bit, and they want this thing bad this year. But they know they want to win that district first, especially getting payback against Madison Prep. So that district from top to bottom, interesting, but we know from 3-1, that's where it's gonna come down to.
GP.
Boy, oh boy, loose interpretations rule, huh? Just saying. Um, and we're talking about university boys. My eyes don't fail me. ED White is to me the favorite to win D2 select. What I saw last year, they showed some grow up throwing the football, and that's something I never thought existed in Colin Scene's playbook. But they threw it on Shaw last year in the Superdome. So if they continue to progress in that area, they're the team to beat, not University. They are. And University, talk about Shaw's got their title. If y'all didn't cheat, y'all wouldn't be talking all that noise. But y'all cheated and y'all got caught. So kindly go to the back of the room.
We don't know if they cheated. It's what was reported.
They got busted. The LHSA stripped them and they got rid of them. All right, now to the district preview of 6-3A. We'll talk about the two teams that figure to run the back of it, Helix and Collegiate. Collegiate, I saw in the chat, that's something I didn't even know, is that they didn't score the last couple of years.
Yeah.
They have not scored a point. That's if they even they're the little giants of 6-3A. Remember that movie with Rick Moranis where they got a yard and they made progress? Maybe that's Collegiate. They score a point this year. That's progress. And that's not being insulting. It's quite honestly, I don't know what direction they're in right now. They can't go anywhere but up, right?
Right.
Talking about Helix. I don't know too much about them. I do know they're another team that's on the rebuild, on the build up stage. I don't think they're there as far as competing with the big heavy hitters. Um, Port Allen, the Pelicans, interesting team that probably is a little short of the three big ones in front of them. I don't know if they have the wherewithal to knock off any of the three. The universities, Parkviews, and the Madison Prep teams. I don't know if Port Allen's quite there at their level yet. But when you talk about the three favorites, let's start with Parkview. Brand new coach. I'm a believer. They do have experience coming back, but a brand new coach, terminology, strategy. If they stay to what they do, that's a team that could make a little bit of noise. But until these kids buy into what this coach is selling, Coach Ducote, who has credibility, I think they're going to be okay. University, they have to be the favorites to win this district. Yes, Madison Prep got them last year, but close. If I remember right, I think that game was close. But the Cubs are the favorites to win this district. But Jared, I hear you talking about this quarterback for Madison Prep. And this was a team that started a little helter-skelter last year early, but ball when they got going.
And he froze.
But this district overall, it is competitive with the three. What's that?
Now go ahead. You good? Go ahead.
Okay, I thought you were gonna give names about that, but Madison Prep. This was a team that started a little bit slow last year. District at the end of the day.
All right, VK. Who's winning the district, bro?
Close district race, but I'm gonna, saying I think it's gonna come down to these two again. It's gonna be a great game between Madison Prep and University. But I think this time the Cubs of University will win the district.
George Peppers.
All right, VK, who'd you pick?
Pick University.
Oh no, University. I mean, Madison Prep beat those boys last year when University was at their zenith, right? That was a team that was averaging 40 plus points a game. They're a very proficient offense. They can score from anywhere on the field. They can beat you vertically. They can pound you defensively. Yeah, they're the favorites, but Madison Prep found a way to beat them. Can they do it again? They absolutely can. Will they do it again? Yeah, I'm taking a chance. I'm gonna go Madison Prep to knock off University and win 6-3A.
Who you got? Madison Prep? Is that what you said? Madison Prep?
Yes, he did.
Oh man, I guess he can't hear me, but he said Madison Prep. All right, my turn. Who will be the best quarterback in that district? I say this. I talked about a quarterback that's supposed to be at Madison Prep, but he's gonna be great. Oh man, can't wait to see him play. But he won't be the best quarterback in that district this year. It's gonna be University quarterback Emil Picarella. He's gonna be the best quarterback in the district this year, and I think he's wanted by some big time schools. Then you got Lamar Brown playing both ways. I mean, man, you got Madison Prep full of athletes, talented athletes. I think that's who it's going to come down to. And at the end of it, I will go with those kittens from University. University Lab will be the district champions this year. Just think they're hungry. They want to get back. They want to get what they think is theirs. State championship that Shaw has. I got University, fellas. So there you have it.
And it's the Cubs of
Excuse
University.
me. I'm thinking of Southern Lab Kittens. I apologize. My fault. They are the Cubs of University. All right. All right, guys. So that's pretty much it for tonight. But we have some scrimmages coming up this week. You know, Wednesday, we got the St. Augustine at Destrehan scrimmage, man. And I remember last year we saw St. Augustine go there and just have their way with Destrehan. That was something we didn't expect. So does that happen again? Does St. Augustine have their way with Destrehan? And just to let y'all know, this is the last year of St. Augustine and Destrehan scrimmaging each other. Because next season, it's a regular season game. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, yes. What you wild for? You was there with me when Coach said that.
I might have missed it. I probably was in the conversation, but I might have missed that. But that's big that they're getting it on next year. That's
Yes.
big.
So they get it on next year and the year after. So 2 years for sure. Ooh, what a hit. 2 years for sure. All right. You got that one. I know Shaw's going to Santa Ma on Thursday. Holy Cross at Hornville on Thursday. I think Reed and Landry Friday night. Warren East and Scotlandville. I know I'm missing a lot of them, but that's the ones that comes to top of my head. VK.
I think you're right about that. I know Hall Smith has got a couple of them hosting, so off the top of my head, what you're saying is absolutely right. Yep.
GP, what you got to say, brother?
It's scrimmage week. I said this at the top of the show, and that means football is here. The games don't count yet, but you get a real up close look. Get out there and support the kids. Get out there. Those scrimmages, you can go watch them scrimmage and all that. You get a little bit of a sneak peek at what you got this year for 2025. And who knows, maybe we'll see some of you in the dome this December. You know, the ones that figure to be there. But yeah, it's football's here. You got week 0 of college football for those that are in. I think the game in Dublin is going to be a good one. K-State, Iowa State. That should be good. And of course, that leads to next week. And we get to see the undressing of Ohio State against Texas at home. They're going to get undressed at home next week. And it'll be a pretty tough year for the Buckeyes because they're not winning the Big Ten.
Yeah, okay. VK, last words.
They're not. Penn State, my boy, Penn State, Drew Aller. If James Franklin can get the bugaboo of losing big games out of the way, they win it. They are the best team in that conference.
If Drew Aller has a good year, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'll tell you, man, Drew. Now I ain't gonna lie, I did see some improvement from him late in the year, but he's one of the most inconsistent quarterbacks I probably ever seen in college football. And yes, I have never seen somebody that freaking average, and all of a sudden, second half, a miracle freaking work. I want to see it the whole year. That's what I want to see the whole year. And I don't think it's going to happen.
JJ McCarthy for Michigan was average. Average.
Oh, so
I like Drew Aller better than JJ McCarthy college-wise. Now, McCarthy might kill it in the pros with JJ. Don't get me wrong, but at Michigan, he was average. He was average. I don't know what they saw, but I like Drew Aller better than him. I ain't gonna say Drew Aller is average like that. I'm not. Sorry.
So, well, my words tonight, man, is a good show tonight and everything. Tomorrow night, come back. We do have a guest tomorrow in the building. We will have Nicholls State head coach Tommy Rabacki. He will join us tomorrow as Nicholls State gets ready for Incarnate Word in week 0 this Saturday at 12 noon. So it's going to be a big one. We're going to have Coach Rabacki, the new head coach at Nicholls State, tomorrow night for our show at 7:30. So tune in and everything. And big shout out to everybody who continue to support us. And special shout out to WWE's Naomi, who is announcing tonight that she is going to be taking some time off because she's expecting. So congratulations.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure that's what she's announcing? Are you sure? Are you sure that's what she's announcing, or are you just speculating?
No, that's the news came out over the weekend that she is pregnant. So
see nothing about the news that came out over the weekend that she's pregnant. I haven't seen anything. It wasn't even on MVS. I ain't heard nothing.
They made the announcement. They didn't make the wait, what the hell is going on, man? Like I swear to you that there was an announcement way before she making this announcement tonight. She's not just coming out addressing the thing for nothing now.
She's dressing it for a reason, but it's been a rumor that she's pregnant, but nothing has come out that says she's pregnant. No actual factual news yet.
So nothing was said. So nothing was said on Stephanie McMahon's podcast.
Well, I can't say that because I didn't watch it. But I'll be on Twitter. I'll be on Instagram. Something would have came up. I would have got a notification from a couple publications saying that. Nothing came up.
Man, all I know they talked about that on Stephanie McMahon's podcast.
She always wanted a child. Like I told George, she's wanted a child since before WrestleMania 30.
I agree. I paid attention. I paid attention to that too. They've been wanting kids and they're together a long time. So it's some big news, but I'm kind of surprised it wasn't like you didn't hear anything too much. So okay. But just giving the shout out. But regardless of the fact, good show tonight, everybody.
All right, we're back tomorrow. Like VK said, Coach Rabacki from Nicholls State. And then we're gonna talk a couple more districts tomorrow. And maybe talk about some of these scrimmages that's happening. Yeah. Oberlin is playing the season with 19. Yeah. Oberlin,
oh God.
If y'all heard about Oberlin, man, they might not even have a football season this year, man. They only got 19 players. Might not even have a football season this year, man. So hopefully praying for the best that they can have a season and a healthy one at that. If they do go forward with it, that's tough though. 19 players, jeez.
Not even at least 28 to 30.
Right.
Wow, dog. It reminds you of a couple of schools I remember. I think it was Ridgewood a long time ago, and they was like, you can tell the school kind of really went down from there to Old Metairie, and they had about 21 players, and there were some games they forfeited, and there were some games they ran the clock like second quarter on, like running it all the way out, that kind of thing. That's how bad it was. So I'm like, wow, 19, that's tough. It's really tough.
All right, folks, we are done for tonight. We see y'all tomorrow. We'll start at 7:00 tomorrow, 7:30. Coach Rebecca. So make sure y'all tune in. Like I always say, tell everybody that you know. Tell your mom and your daddy, your grandparents, your uncles, your aunties, your nephews, your nieces, all your cousins, all your friends, your great uncles, your great aunts, and your great grandparents, your grandparents, if they're all still alive. Y'all let them all know. All right. Elton has 24. Oh man, it's rough.
Whoa.
It's rough. All right, everybody. I don't know where George Pepper's with, but for him, for VK Jones, and for myself, we'll see y'all tomorrow. Thank y'all for tuning in. Tell everybody that you know to come back tomorrow. Y'all take care.
At Bayou AV Security, we are your one-stop shop for all your needs, whether it's enhancing your home entertainment system, securing your property, ensuring a seamless internet connection, or illuminating your outdoor spaces. We've got you covered. Bayou AV Security, where technology meets reliability. Call us today to experience the Bayou difference.
JFK Martial Arts offers a wide variety of martial arts programs for kids, teens, and adults as they empower lives through martial arts. Please give them a call at 985-266-0664, and don't forget to ask about their 1 week free special. Feeling drained from the constant noise in your daily life? Immerse yourself in pure audio bliss with drums. Experience a world of crystal clear sound, free from distractions. Discover the ultimate relaxation and escape into an oasis of serenity. Grab yours today. drumsworld.com.
If you're looking for the best pizza in Metro New Orleans, then you're in the right place. Moe's Pizza has a great selection of Italian food that can satisfy your appetite, and they can also cater to your needs in any event. Give them a call at 504-341-9650 or log on to www.moespizzanola.com, located at 1112 Avenue H in West Wego, Louisiana. Moe's Pizza, Italians do it better.
Hi, I'm Erica Randolph, head coach of the Hahnville Tigers boys basketball team, and you are watching The Hash It Out Show.
I'm Shayla Foreman, and you watching The Hash It Out Show.
Hi, my name is Micah Higgins, head boys basketball coach at Bonneville High, and you're watching The Hash It Out Show. Go Bruins!
I'm Coach Ramirez L. Page, the head football coach at John F. Kennedy High School, and you watching The Hash It Out Show.